Back to my channel. This is Andy. Today I'm going to show you guys a really quick and easy way to deploy your static websites on AWS S3. So I'm going to use this little website as an example. So I just created one. It's just a basic index.html page with a styles.css attached and also a app.js script that's linked. But you don't need the app.js. I don't think I even use this. This is the example of what the website is going to look like. It just says, "Hi YouTube, give me your data please." Just kidding, don't. This website will probably not be up because I'll just create this bucket for demo purposes and delete it. But as you see here, I'm just connected to my local host server here. So this is not actually deployed yet. So right now I'm going to show you guys like how to deploy this site so that you can share it with people and they can access whatever site you want to deploy. So so first you have to log into AWS. So in the AWS Management Console, you would go to S3 and you would create an S3 bucket. And S3 bucket actually has a free static site hosting. So if we create a bucket here, I'm just gonna name it YouTube test website. Such an original name. So bucket settings for block public access, we're actually going to uncheck this. We're going to allow all the access because it's not anything important. It's not like we're not storing any important files on this bucket. It's literally just for hosting a public site. So this is totally fine. Versioning, we don't need it. It's fine. We're just using it to host this one instance of a website. Maybe in the future if you want to replace like different files, but for now we'll go without it. Okay, so now as you see, this bucket is created. We're going to go inside this bucket and we are going to upload the files that we created. The files being the AWS example files. So it's the index, the styles, and the app.js that I was showing you guys earlier in the Atom editor. So if we upload these, upload and success. Okay, that was, holy crap, that was fast. So we go back to the bucket. So we see the files here inside the bucket. And what we can do now is go into properties and there should be a static site hosting property on the bottom. So static site website hosting, drag my face, move it out of this position. We press the edit button here and edit button. What we can do is enable the hosting, and then now we have index document. Index document is nothing but the home page. So you would just put the index.html homepage that you have here, or whatever homepage you want. Maybe you have like a homepage.html file. And then the error document, I didn't create one, but you don't really need one. You can just put in whatever you want here. So error document, this is the page if you don't have a route, if there's like a 404 or something, a resource not found, then it'll return this HTML page. So you can create one if you want. You probably should if you have like an actual website. But since this is demo purposes, I didn't create one. But we can save that and AWS will take it. And move myself back here. So now we scroll to the bottom, static website hosting. We have everything here. So if we click this link, it should give us a 403 I mean. Okay, so 403 forbidden, it means access denied. So the reason is because we didn't give it permissions yet. We didn't set up the proper permissions, which is on the next tab. So in the permission tab, what we need to do is double check, make sure that everything is off on this block all public access, because we want all public access to the website. So if this, we have to make sure that each one of these is off, so this is correct. If not, then you can just go to this edit button here and then you can make those all off. Next, what we need to do is actually this bucket policy section. We need to enable the get access. We need to allow the get access to the to this bucket from all resources. So if we press edit here, so what I'm gonna do is this is bucket policy. This bucket policy, it takes in JSON. It's a format written in JSON. Since I don't want to start from scratch, I'm gonna go to bucket policy examples. It's on the just their documentations under Amazon S3. you can take one of the examples and modify it. So just so you have like the correct structure. So this is the example that I've taken. What you want to do is keep everything the same. Allow. We just need the get object. Get object action. We don't really need this get object version action because we don't have versioning, right? So, and the resources here, we just replace this here with our bucket name. So our bucket name, what is this YouTube test website? So we can just plop it here. Okay, and save changes. This should allow public get access to, or read access to our files in S3. So now we go back to properties, scroll all the way down, and click on the website. There we go. Your static site is hosted. It's really simple. I'm surprised that S3 makes it so easy. You don't have to pay for static site hosting. So this is only for obviously front end static websites without a backend. But I mean, it's a cool thing to do. It's like it's totally free and it gets you introduced to Amazon S3. Another thing I can show you guys is that if you want to get fancy, you can actually do this this thing Cloudfront, I think. Cloudfront. So what Cloudfront is, basically what Cloudfront is, just a quick introduction, is that it's a content delivery network, so a CDN. Basically, like if let's say your servers are in America and someone from Europe is accessing it, then they would have to call from Europe all the way to America to get your file from the server in America, right? So instead of doing it this way, Cloudfront, what lets you do is it lets you set up servers, caching servers in different like countries and regions around the world. So instead of hitting that person in Europe hitting an American server to get your files, it would hit a European server, and then that European server will have a cached a cached version of your files from the American server. So it's a neat little thing. Since this is a short video, I might as well show you guys this anyways. So if we get started, origin name. So we pick an S3 bucket here, origin path. We don't need these. We can use default settings for most of these. You can encrypt them if you want, but for demo purposes, we don't need this one. Use all edge locations. This is the most expensive one. You can like dial down because right now, like this gives the best performance because it'll use all the servers that it has available. But if you want like limited to certain regions because you know your users are only going to be in certain regions, it helps save on price, so you can do that as well instead. Let's see, there should be like a root. Yeah, default root object. So this one is you want to put index.html and create distribution. So this might take a minute. All right, finally this status is deployed now. So and when it's deployed, what we can do is just go to this domain name instead of going to the S3 bucket URL, right? So we can go to this domain name, and it should take us to the same. It should take us to the same website. So let me go on a different tab so we can see. And we're here. So this is actually accessing the cache and not the actual file itself. And when the actual so when the cache is outdated, it'll actually hit the original server to get the original file. But since it's a static website, most of the time it will be up to date because static websites don't change dynamically, henceforth the name. So basically, yeah, so wherever your user is, if they access this domain, they'll hit their nearest Cloudfront cache server. Yeah, hopefully you guys can go and deploy your websites, your creations, and yeah, best of luck out there, and thanks for taking the time watching this video. Yeah, see you guys later. Peace out.